Today is Tuesday, March 14th. It's 314. It's Pi Day, PI Day. So I'm going to make 4 shades of berries in lieu of the challenge this week, which is the Kick Sugar Challenge, learning to make sweets from whole food, like fruit. So this one's with blueberries, raspberries, cherries, and strawberries. Oh, strawberries. Wait, I got to go get the strawberries. I forgot one fruit. How can I forget the strawberry? My goodness. I remembered all the rest of them, but I forgot I had strawberries. So it's working with frozen fruit, plant milk, and oatmeal. And I thought, well, I could blend them all first and then just come on to put them together. But then I thought, well, blending them isn't that big a deal, so we can probably all do it together. So just in case you guys were interested in this one, also the cinnamon buns. I want to make the cinnamon buns that are good for your buns. But I was at our potluck the other day, and Charlie pulls me aside and shows me the baking soda box. Well, can you believe this? See if I can find my baking soda box. Baking soda has sodium in it. 160 milligrams per eighth of a teaspoon. So in other words, a teaspoon, an eighth of a teaspoon. So a teaspoon has 160 times 8, which is 1,240 calories per teaspoon. 1,240 for 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then the baking powder has, 50 milligrams of sodium per teaspoon. No, per 1/8 teaspoon. So per teaspoon, it'd be 8 times 50, 400. So between the two of these, you got almost 2,000 milligrams of salt if you're putting a teaspoon of each in. So I got on Amazon and I ordered the sodium-free versions, which you can find on Amazon. But look at all that sodium that was sneaking in. Jeez. You've just got to read every single darn label of every single thing that you touch. I couldn't believe it. Okay. Suzanne Wilson, hey! Well, I'm glad that you are here watching now live. It's always fun to have somebody here live with me when I'm doing something. And this morning was crazy. I mean, last night was one of those nights where I woke up around midnight, wide awake, ready to go. I was so full of energy, ready to start my day. And then here it is only midnight. So I read my new cookbook, the Woman's Warrior cookbook, got totally inspired. And I'm going to make the New Year's parsnip soup and the African peanut soup. So those are two I'm going to start prepping for today and probably make in the next couple of days. But today I'm making the 4 shades of berries. And I was just going to say, with the cinnamon buns that are good for your buns, I was going to make those, but I have to wait for my sodium-free baking powder. So it's supposed to be here, I think, tomorrow. So I'll probably make those on Friday. So lots of things cooking in this kitchen. The 4 shades of berries starts with the blueberry layer. So I've got a cup of blueberries, and I'm supposed to blend them with a 1/4 cup of plant milk. So I make my own oat groat milk. So that's what I'm using for the milk. So get a 1/4 cupper here. Where's my 1/4 cupper? There's a 1/3 cup, 1/2 cup. Where's my 1/4 cup? Here's 1/4 cup. And I think, start with less. So just start with, I'll measure one out and then just put a little in. Yeah, 'cause that's quite a bit of milk. So let's see what we got here. And if you don't mind, I'm just going to go ahead and blend. Oh, hi, Jessie. Did you see me ask the question earlier? I wanted to see who sells skinny bitch t-shirts. I think I've turned into one. Okay, going to blend for a second. Cover your ears. Need my thing in there. There's not enough going on. I'm going to have to use more milk. I'm going to have to scrape. My blender is one of those blenders that's it's got too wide of a bottom. Hi, Joyce J. How you doing? Let's see. I need a spatula. Push it all back in here. I'm assuming that she wants me to do it while the berries are frozen, but maybe I'm wrong. It says a cup of frozen blueberries. So, and then she's thickening with oats, but it's pretty darn thick right now. Anybody got any suggestions? Oh, cool. Quilting and watching cooking. What could be better? All right. Let's try this again. I'm totally not reaching anything. Okay, we got to come up with a different solution. Well, who knows? Maybe this is fine. Here's what I've got. So you can see here. Well, they're not all smushed. I wish she would have had a video so it could have watched what consistency she wants. And then she wants the quick cook oats. Need more liquid. Okay. We'll put more in. We'll just put the whole quarter cup. But I don't know if that's going to be enough either. Okay, try that. Yeah, see, it's just winging around. It absorbs the fluid, though. I think I should do more, Jessie. I'll do more. Let's try a little bit more here. Okay, turn it on. There we go. Now we got action. Well, that's not doing anything. But I think we got her. Let me see here. That looks kind of mixed. It's more mixed anyway. Do a double recipe. Well, that's a good point. That's a very good point, Jess. Well, I'll try this because I'm going to add oatmeal to it to thicken it. So how much? A third of a cup of quick oats, which I only have the rolled oats, the thick ones, but I'm going to try it. Where did I put them back? All right. So it says the consistency should be fairly thick. And then you add the oats. Stir until well combined and then wait at least 30 minutes. So that's quite a bit right there. Looks really good. Sorry, you guys. I always forget. Yum. Love blueberries. Mmm. Oh, yeah, that's soaking the oats right up. So what I'll do is this up, and I'll stick them in the refrigerator and go to the next. And she says let them set up for at least 30 minutes. Now, it seemed like she says put them in the refrigerator. So I don't refreeze it, I guess. I suppose that would make it too hard if I refroze it. There you have it. So soak this up. All right. Stick that in the fridge. And the next is cherries, my favorite. Cherries. All right. Here, get a couple of those. Oh, these are so good. Look at those. I might have to test one just to make sure that they're okay. And I'll go ahead and see if I can't blend these a little bit first. Oh no, I better put some liquid in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and go with the first quarter cup. And who knows, these are the blueberries, so I'll see. Oh yeah. See, those blended. Let's have a look at these. Ooh, now those look pretty good. I think we might go for this one. What do you think? All is not lost. I hope I don't have to have matching bowls. What do you think, you guys? I'm in trouble as far as my dishware. But, Stephen, he got the glides in for my second set of drawers. And then in his shop, he's been setting up his shop too. And he has all these extension cords. He also has everything he needs to put in a line and outlets so that he can plug his different machinery. Have extension cords strung all around his shop. And something online, and he couldn't work in here. And so he got started on putting in that new line, electrical line. And so now he's all into that. So I've lost him in the kitchen. Silly me. But he'll be back. He's just so good. He is a sweetie pie. I'll keep him for sure. All right, so why? Okay, that's a quarter cup. That's a quarter cup. Where's my third cup? Probably in the oats. Yes, it is. All right, we're going to stir our oats in now. What's going on here? What would life be without extension cords? That is for sure. Nothing beats fresh dark cherries in July. Oh, you're so right. And they just sell them around here. We can be on a bike ride and come across a cherry stand, and Steven just loves to buy, you know, a big bag of cherries, more than a pound, and then just eat them while he's riding. One year it was not a good year for big crops of cherries, and so they were selling all their what they had just on the roadside. And every time we went for a ride, we were filling up on cherries. Oh my goodness, that was really something. It's never happened. Hadn't happened before and hadn't happened since. And I wouldn't wish it on the farmers because they gotta make a living. And apparently, that wasn't a good year for them. But I hope they did okay just selling them to us locals because we sure scarfed them up. We loved them. Okay, so that's the cherry layer. Yum, yum. So put that in the fridge. Then what's next? The raspberry layer. So all this I had here, but I didn't have raspberries. So I went ahead and got some raspberries from Sprouts today. Yes, I'm making 4 shades of berry. Petra's dish from, was it 3 days ago? I'm behind because it took us a while to eat what we already had. You know, that apple fried apple, air fried apple pie that I made into a cobbler because it made so much. That took us 4 days to eat. So these raspberries look good. Look at that. Okay, cup of raspberries. And I better stick these raspberries and cherries back in the freezer. Fruit is so good, isn't it? And then see what we got here. I need more milk. My husband and I are getting our a microscope. Oh, we've been studying how to analyze the biology of the soils in our gardens. That is so cool, Joyce J. Is Jean here? Oh, hi, Jean. The kick sugar comes from Chef AJ on her Feel Fabulous Over 40 group. We do challenges almost every month now, or maybe not every month, but frequently. We finish one challenge and have a week or two break and then start another challenge. And it's really fun. And, I like to make the recipes and just sort of support each other as we learn and grow along this. Okay, so I'm gonna blend. And this one might need a little bit more milk. Whoops. There's Chef AJ. I think she's coming up on my phone. My phone just starts on its own. My phone just starts playing on its own. That's so cool, Joyce J. Okay. Oh, Jesse's filling in. Thanks, Jesse. Yes, the Korean natural farming. That is cool. I'd like to hear more about that. I know with Paul's Gardens in Back to Eden, his garden, he had just amazing amounts of the different nutrients, the nitrogen. And oh, look at this, you guys. Look at that. That one looks pretty good. Okay, and another third a cup of oatmeal. And then, and then we'll mix this in with that. This is the pink layer. Boy, I need, oh, you know what? I'll use jars to put the layers in. Hello? Oops. I'm on YouTube. Can't talk. Okay. Uh-oh. I think I might even have contacted them. Oh, well. I thought maybe it was a marketing call. All right. Look at that gorgeous pink raspberry. Oh, my goodness. That Petra, she is a wizard, isn't she? With the different things that she makes. I was determined to make something for hers finally, because I just, this motivates me to take the time to make these recipes. Oh, and I don't know if I told you guys, but the other day when I made the loaded vegetable with farro and bean, oh, was it good? And the second day, even better. It was really good. So, and this Sunday, I've got my potluck, and I'm going to make her Senate soup. The same soup that they made in the United States Senate. Well, except she's modified it to make it vegan. And it looks really good. Okay, I'm going to put this one in the fridge. And I got a few drips on the floor. I'm going to spread that pink on the floor. Okay, and now it's strawberry. So these were fresh strawberries that I froze because, oh geez, they're hard as a rock. Stick them in the microwave for 30 seconds. They were, they were starting to go bad. So, well, they were gonna go bad. So I went ahead and chopped them up and froze them. The Navy soup. So same thing. That was the Senate soup with the Navy beans. Joyce J, yes, Paul by now is beyond master gardener. He's amazing. Yes, Suzanne, the Senate soup. That's it. Oh, good. Potluck. Too bad you guys are so far away. You could come to my potluck. Sunday, a lot of people at the potlucks, they want to make things with nuts in them. So I pretty much only eat my own food when I go, because I don't want all the nuts, but I don't mind a little bit, but I don't know. I am going to make that peanut soup, the African soup. It has a little bit of peanut butter in it, but I rarely have anything with peanut butter or almond butter in it. But I was also thinking of Warrior's peanut Thai peanut sauce. It just looks so good. And they've got an almond sauce, and I might have to try it. I had a little bit of almond from some nut butter that I made in the Nutri-Milk from the holidays. I might go ahead and make a little of that. But I'm at maintenance. I'm not trying to lose anything anymore. I am skinny. Therefore, I need a skinny bitch t-shirt. There's one on Chef AJ's site that says, I'm already a skinny bitch. I'm already a bitch. I'm working on skinny. But I want one that says something different, a little different. All right, let's see how this one does. So this is the strawberry. Yes. Yes, Joyce J. I think people tend to make special treat-like foods for potlucks. But to me, all this is a special treat. It's such good food. So that's just me. I mean, these soups are just amazing. Like, the African soup, I wouldn't make that just for us. But I'd make, well, actually, I am making that just for us. Never mind. Because I'm making the Senate soup for the potluck. I already forgot. Well, I figured I'd try it. You guys should tell me if that's too aggravating, and I'll go ahead and mute you. I'm just always afraid I'll forget to turn you back on again. So rather than do that, I just started blending. I wish YouTube would mute it just like Zoom does. Now, that's pink. Oh yeah, pink strawberry layer. Okay, so 2 pink layers. Okay. So I got another glass bowl here. But to do the finished product, I think I'm going to use a jar so that you can see all the different layers. All right. I should have adjusted some of my fruit because some of these fruits made more than the others, but that's okay. I can do a 3rd jar of leftover. There. So mix some oats in there. And that is her recipe. So she just sticks everything in the refrigerator for 30 minutes or overnight. I'm just going to do it because I'm making this for tonight. So I'll just do it for 30 minutes and see how it comes out. See if the oats, these thicker oats, will soak in some of the fluid. I don't see why not. They might be a little chewier, but nothing wrong with chewy. So the tree men just took down the very last tree, and it looks great. You wouldn't even know, I mean, it just looks natural. There were just too many trees. They just, here in the Northwest, the trees grow like weeds. And you got to know when to thin them and which trees to take out, because what they do is they don't let anything else grow. So there's definitely a difference between just taking out trees, just clearing, and specifically taking out trees for certain purposes. Okay, putting this in the fridge. I'm roasting beets in the Breville, and I've got some oat groats soaking in my 8-quart Instant Pot, and I'm going to start soaking some black beans. So I just figured I'd do some little odds and ends while we wait for the fruit to set up. So I'm going to set my alarm here for 30 minutes. And I figure if we go 30 minutes, we go. And if we don't, we don't. So, but it's kind of kind of fun to hang out with you guys. Jean, sounds like my kind of place. My husband got frustrated at all the trees I plant around the yard. Jesse, do you soak oats before using them? Yes, all the time. I right now I do, because the oat groats mainly go for Steven's breakfast. I was eating them during the reboot because they were part of the reboot menu, but I noticed as soon as the reboot ended, I sort of went back to eating. I just love a bowl of vegetables in the morning, and then a sweet potato. I just toss the sweet potato in that's already roasted in the microwave and eat it. So Suzanne's making Tammy Kramer's Chipotle nacho cheese sauce. I have not tried a cheese sauce yet. I don't know why. I'm so mad at cheese for being so toxic and so, uh, poisonous to us. And I ate it for all those years, and it wouldn't let me get thin. It's like, I don't want anything to do with cheese. So why do I soak oat groats first? Because Susanna does, and she told me that's how she makes it. So that's how I do it. But you don't need to. You don't need to soak them. It's not like that'll prevent gas for those. I think the whole idea is to help the grain sprout before you cook it, because the sprouted grain is more alive than the unsprouted grain. It sort of opens the plant up a little, but I don't know that for sure. Susanna, the veggies I eat in the morning, well, I do 3 different things. I roast onion, garlic, zucchini, and asparagus in my Breville. And then on my stovetop, I steam Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, snap peas, and green beans, if they're all available. I like to do that combination. And then in my electric fry pan, I cook onion, garlic, mushroom, and a ton of greens, chard, beet greens, kale. And then I just pick from each bowl, from each source, and I make myself this nice pound bowl of greens or bowl of vegetables. And then when I put them away, I'll take a container and I'll put a scoop of one, I'll combine them so that all my leftovers are a combination of those 3 batches of vegetables. And I just can't get enough. Okay. Oh, a roasted butternut squash sauce. Hey, Jesse, you were going to send me that recipe too for it was like an Indian dish. These are the oat groats. Let's go ahead and look at them. Well, they don't look any different. They've been soaking for probably 8 hours. And there they are. So he won't need them until tomorrow. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug them in and turn them on. Thanks, Dee. Yep. We got something, huh? Yeah. Are they still here?
Yes.
Cleaning up?
Yeah.
All right. So it's 3 cups of oat groats and 10 cups water, and pressure cook 10 minutes. And actually, I just hit the pressure cook and it's already set for 10 minutes because it's probably the last thing that I pressure cooked. I took the potluck soup in this dish, but I just put it on warm, so I didn't actually use any of the setting of so the pressure cooker was the same as it was. All right, let me move this and we'll look at these roasted beets. Steve and I love beet greens, and so my beets collect, and when they get to be enough, I like to eat them raw, but when they get to be enough, I go ahead and I just toss them in the Breville and roast them. So let me see. yeah. They're done. Thanks, Jesse. I don't cook every morning, Suzanne. I just cook when I run out. So it depends on how much we're eating. Hi, Gina. I eat the leftovers, until they're gone, and then I make some more. So, Gina, I'm roasting beets, and they're delicious. I'm cooking oat groats in the Instapot. I just made the 4 shades of berries, and so the blueberry, raspberry, strawberry, and cherry mixtures are in the refrigerator, getting nice and thick for us. Cauliflower and onion cooked and drained. Half a cup of cashews soaked. Then add whatever to make a sauce. Use beans while on weight loss mode. Put it all in the Vitamix and chill. For what, Jean? Is that your cheese? Jesse, I do 4-quart pans of sauteed veggies, and my husband and I have breakfast for 3 to 4 mornings from that. We don't think of it as leftovers, but cooking ahead. Yeah, batch cooking. 2 pounds of cauliflower. Jean, so that's what you make for breakfast? Joyce J. Hi, Gina. Hey, Janet. What is your feeding window? Does that mean, is that like the intermittent fasting thing? It's highly variable. Because if I'm hungry, I eat. I tried to, give myself 12 hours or 14 hours, but it doesn't seem to work for me, because if I know that I can't eat, I'm eating too much to get ready to not eat. I keep trying to convince myself I don't have to do that anymore, but it's just so conditioned in me from so many years of, you can only eat at this time and this time, and this is the only amount you can have, and this is the only things you can have, restriction. So now I just go by Dr. Lyle's German gal. Is it Josephine? She says, when we're compulsive overeaters, intermittent fasting is not necessarily for us. I think eventually I'll be able to do that more. And I love to fast. I love a 36-hour fast. For me, it's easier to, Justine, thanks, Gina. For me, it's easier to eat or not eat. And the moderating thing is pretty tough for this noggin. So I'm just being patient, and I'm just real grateful that I'm here, and I'll just see how I do as I go along. I do seem to be calming down. Like, okay, so I met my goal in December of 2021. So here we are in March of 2023. So I've maintained for a year and 3 months, and my brain has done everything to try to get me to put weight back on. And I just stay to the left of the red line. And sometimes I totally overeat, but my vegetables or my salad, like to the point of I'm so stuffed, or coleslaw even. But it's so low on calories that it doesn't matter. I can do it and nothing happens. What you need, sweetie? Where are you going? Oh, he's back to working on drawers, maybe. No?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. Right. So, at first I was freaking out, and I would step on the scale and I wouldn't gain any weight. The shock. Because I felt like I was eating so much. But as long as you stay to the left of the red line, you honestly can't gain weight. And so the more I do it and I don't gain weight, isn't it funny? The opposite happens, to where I settle down. And then, I actually have periods of time when I can wait until I'm hungry, eat until I'm satisfied. It's a process, because I realize that the habits that I developed over many years. So crazy. It's going to take me as long as it takes for me to trust the process and trust myself that when I get hungry, I can go ahead and eat. It's the strangest thing how I think I have to, eat until I'm really full because I don't know when I'm going to eat again. It's like, well, you can eat whenever you're hungry again. So it's a long answer to a short question, but my timelines are, okay, typically I'll get up in the morning, and if I've got a bike ride planned, I'll eat, whether I'm real hungry or not. Because if I don't, as soon as I get to the ride, because I usually ride to the ride, if I don't eat, I'm starving by the time I get to the ride, and then I'm cranky to the people joining the ride. That's not good because I'm the ride leader. I got to be, well, I want to be pleasant. So if I don't have a ride and I don't have to go grocery shopping or something, I'll just, I'll eat when I get hungry, which is typically I'll wake up maybe at 5, and by 9 o'clock I'm eating. 10 o'clock at the very latest. Then we pretty much eat lunch between 1 and 2, and then dinner is anytime between 4 and 8. And I'll tell you, as it gets lighter out, we are going, and we don't get to it. And I know I'm supposed to eat sooner in the evening, but there's just so much to do, and we want to sit down and enjoy our meal when we're ready. So I just can't, not yet. I can't. I do like how I feel when I eat early in the evening, but I like how I feel when I eat later in the evening too. So I don't know. I'm listening to all this and I'm learning, and we'll see. I'll just play it by ear. So, Jesse, your breakfast veggies for these couple of mornings: broccoli, stalks and florets, onion, corn, red bell peppers, fresh diced ginger, lots of it, and herbs and spices over oak roads. Oh, that just sounds so good. And Jean added mushrooms and red peppers and onions sauteed like a gravy for veggies, potatoes. Oh, okay. Yeah, pizza sauce, whatever. All right, I'll make a note of that. Jesse, I'm with you, Jan. I can't be moderate. I'm either or. Fasting is easier than being moderate. It's so true. Gina, you too? All right. Yes, I've got a couple of subscribers. That's great. I love it. Joyce Day, it's like they say in AA, one drink is too much and 1,000 isn't enough. Moderation is not for those of us with food issues. That is for sure. Monkey brains. Jean, you're saying riding is hard sometimes? Oh, yeah. I mean, it's always burning calories. That's for sure. Jesse, I don't think you have to worry about what time you eat dinner. If it doesn't affect your sleep or anything, go for it. Well, Jesse, it seems like no matter what I do, my sleep is, what do I say? Well, like last night, I woke up at midnight, wide awake, ready to go, ready to take on the day. And I just wasn't sleepy. And I was up a lot of the rest of the night. I got up and I read the cookbook. I ate a couple oranges at one point. I played free cell. I've turned my Wi-Fi off at night. I turn my data on my phone off at night. I don't charge it next to my bed. But if I can't sleep, I'll go get it and play things because I'm not sleepy. So I don't know. I suppose, maybe that'll straighten out as time goes on. I mean, I did have 65 years of improper eating. So I'm just giving things time to see what happens. You should have gone online. Oh, you were up until 5 a.m. this morning listening to our rainstorm and winds. So, maybe it was just, I don't know, maybe it was the way the planets were lined up or something. But I think I finally got back to sleep between 4 and 5. And I slept for an hour, woke up, and I've been fine today. Revved up even. So, oh, you work the graveyard shift 11 to 7. Yeah, you're a night owl. See, I'm usually a morning person, but I mean, I love 24 hours a day if I could be up, but typically my energy is high in the morning. So, do I take any nutrition other than whole foods on your rides? Oh, no, Suzanne. I take all whole foods. I'll take a sweet potato. I love making a colored wrap, layer it with sweet potato. On top of the sweet potato, maybe put some hummus and some vegetables, and all of them that I make myself. Hi, Tracy Lynn. Good to see ya. I take carrots and celery sometimes to dip in hummus if I don't have the colored wraps. I take a banana, an apple, an orange, any kind of fruit. Oh gosh, you guys, I baked a plantain today and it smelled and tasted just like honey. They can be so good if you get a good one. And the best ones are black and yellow. But you just stick them in your Breville or your oven for like 15 to 30 minutes, depending. I mean, this one was a really big one, so it took it 30 minutes until you'll hear this pop and the skin pops open. Oh man, they are so good. And when they're not ripe enough, they're kind of starchy and Steven won't even eat them. I still like them, but they're much less tasty than if you let them get nice and black and yellow. So I get them at the Asian store and oh, they're so good. For me, it's hard. I'm new to packing my own. Before I took a pack of nut butter for starving moments. Yeah, you know, I guess I just I always carry a lot of food. Before it wasn't necessarily vegan food, and so it's kind of a joke. My girlfriend Emma, she's all of 5 foot tall, maybe 100 pounds, and she brings out this big huge grocery bag, with the plastic with the two handles. Hers is full of stuff too, and we get out our gourmet meal whenever we sit and have a picnic table. So, so what are Hammer products, Suzanne? I'm not familiar with what those are, but I just again, it's the same as what was it? Oh, the cheese, processed food, things in packages. I mean, I was their victim for years. They controlled me. I let them, and I don't want anything packaged. I'm mad at them. And new bag, I just put things in my little plastic dishes or a bag, and I put them in a plastic grocery bag. Two things I love for starving moments, Jessie says, are carrot sticks and apples. Oh, definitely. Jennifer, hey Jen, all moved into your new room and last day, and you're more than halfway through. All right, how you doing? Yes, Joyce J. Cheese and yogurt were killing me, and I thought I was being healthy. So I was glad to let them go. Did I ever start my clock? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Cycling mixes. We ride hard and a bit long, so need something in the bottle. I don't have too much room in my jersey. Oh, yeah. Well, see, I've got an e-bike and I have bags because we ride 40, 50, 60, 70 miles. I love doing all day rides. So I have to carry, lots of food. I carry a couple of water bottles and two batteries, one on the bike and then a backup. So, yeah, it's harder when you have a non-electric bike, because electric bikes, you can put as much weight on it as you want. So yes, having a bag of tiny potatoes. I will take potatoes, either white potatoes, tiny potatoes, or sweet potatoes. I mean, they are definitely satiators on bike rides too. Yeah, either baked or even steamed or boiled potatoes work just fine on a bike ride. They taste delicious when you pull them out, especially the red ones. They're a little bit sweeter, or the Yukon Golds. They're wonderful on a bike ride. the Seattle to Portland ride, they served them. Just they had at the rest stops they had big buckets of uh, steamed potatoes or boiled potatoes, and they were delicious. That was the first time I had them. Was on the Seattle to Portland ride. I did that 10 times. So what else? I was going to show you some of the. Oh yeah, I was going to get my beans ready. So again, I know I'm going to make.
I think they're getting
The
ready
af-
to leave.
Are they?
Yeah, you're still in the middle.
Yeah, I am. In the African peanut soup, she uses a 15-ounce can of black beans, and I don't use canned beans. So I'll soak them tonight because I know I'm going to need them tomorrow. So well, yeah, I'll probably soak them. I mean, I could just cook them tonight too and have them for tomorrow. But since I'm knowing ahead of time, I'll go ahead and soak today, cook them in the morning, and then they'll be ready to make the soup later in the day. Richard puts raw golden Yukon Gold potatoes in the microwave and nukes them for about 8 minutes. Yeah. Yes, Jean. If you're riding a regular bike, I know exactly what you're talking about. Your bike bag is small. Your jersey has little pockets. It's much harder. Although I have to say, even when Emma and I rode our regular bikes, we took a whole back bag, and it was the back rack bag, and then it had the side bags that you could unzip, and they would come out. We always had to have food. So, but I'm a tourer, and a touring cyclist is different than a cyclist that just goes out and wants to run around the block, or not around the block, but do 30 miles at a 15-mile-an-hour pace, no matter what. We didn't really care. We'd go maybe 12 miles an hour. We put these strawberries back in the freezer. They're melting. They're thawing. Oh, I should show you my cubes too. This is how I freeze now my soups. So the loaded veggie soup is in here. And see, there it is. And these are so cool because I can just pop them out. And I put them in a Ziploc, and I can stack them in my freezer. Isn't that cool? And they fit so much better in my freezer. I just need to get a bag here. So I just stick them in here like that. And then I make sure all the air is out so that doesn't take up room. And oh my gosh, that fits so much better. The last jar, they were breaking. Last jars. So I thought, I got to do something. So this is what I did. And I just love them. And so far, I just, keep just these 2 containers. They're 2 cups each. And I freeze stuff. And then if I have more, I freeze more. And I mean, I can only fit these 2 in the freezer at one time anyway, because I got so much else in there. So it works out just to have the 4 possible cubes. And there I got, so 2, 4. So this is a quart, and that's 2 extra quarts. And then I'll just stick this in my freezer, and I'm good to go. So that's pretty cool. Boy, I got a lot of stuff in the freezer. My freezer freezer's getting too full. I'm trying to empty out my freezer out in the shed so that I can clean it out. The lid off the ice cube trays. Oh, I don't have the ice cube trays. I mean, do you mean these, Jesse, that I was just showing you? Sorry about all the glare. Can't help it, the sun's out. Okay, so I'm going to get some black beans. So 15, I'm just going to do a cup of black beans, and then I'll just freeze those that I have left over. So I need my cup. It's right here. And one thing about soaking them is then, it's on my mind that I need to do it. Rather than spacing the whole idea, it reminds me that I'm going to make this recipe. So it doesn't have anything to do with the soaking or the not soaking. It's just to help me remember. I need my strainer. My kitchen's kind of spread around because Steven's moved things so that he can work on the drawers. Jennifer have to go? Yeah, be right back. Okay. BRB is be right back. Oh, Gina, you know all the short abbreviations. So I just rinse these guys. They're such a pretty black when you get them wet. And then I need something to soak them in. And I always have to remember that I need to give them room to expand when I soak them. There we go. As usual, I've got sprouts going. Joyce J. Jennifer is at True North, and she's on her 14th day of fasting. So tomorrow she starts the refeed. And she's been such a tough cookie, I'll tell you. She's total inspiration. Got sprouts started again. I just harvested them yesterday. The last batch. So 30 minutes. Assemble. Use 1 or 2 serving glasses or bowls. And start with the blueberry, followed by the cherry, and then the raspberry, and top with the strawberry. And you can use buckwheat flakes, quinoa flakes, or a little psyllium husk to thicken if you don't want to use the oatmeal. And she also says you can slice a banana and add slices in between each layer. And if you have leftovers, you can freeze it in an ice cube tray or other container and then add it to a smoothie. But we're not really making smoothies right now, so we'll figure out something else to do if we have anything left over. Yeah, I can't wait. I hope Jennifer does a member spotlight on FFOF so we can listen to her story. That'd be so cool. Yes, tomorrow she'll go back on juice. That's my favorite, Jesse, is after a fast, that first, whatever we have, whether it's a something to drink or raw or cooked. I mean, we only fast for 36 hours, so we don't worry about sequencing our refeed like they do at True North. So, I mean, even when I fasted for 5 days at True North, we return to things quite quickly. Okay, that's our 30 minutes. So let's bring the stuff out and see how to assemble. Yes. Here we go. Blueberry, cherry. I might make a few of these. All right, so here they all are. Blueberry, cherry, raspberry, strawberry. So we're supposed to start with the blueberry. Has anybody else made this one? And actually, it'll have a few more hours to set up. Yeah, put it all in. I think they still fit in these two jars. And then the cherry, my fave. Those kind of blend together, don't they? They don't look that different. Raspberry. And strawberry. Boy, just about. Just going to be a little bit left. Here it is. I can see it. It's hard to see, but you can see the different layers there. That is significant. Hi, Annette. Hey. So you got hit with the storm, huh, Annette? Did you lose your power? I better get this in the fridge, huh, you guys? Pretty good. Looks scrumptious. That's almost the overnight oats. No loss of power. You're in your new house and you're okay, and nothing got hurt on the house, hopefully. I definitely think it's going to be yummy. Here, I can try the strawberry because I had leftover. I think it'll be okay. The oatmeal's a little bit chewy. But, after a couple hours in the refrigerator, I think it'll be fine. I'll eat it. Definitely. They gone?
They are.
3 men are gone. Here's Steven. You can try the strawberry. I had a little bit left over. Oh, I'm going to use this. Stevie's going to try it.
So what is this?
This is that layered fruit dish. So there's blueberries, cherries, raspberries, and strawberries. And that's the strawberry, and it was the top one, and I put it in jars. You can look in the refrigerator and look at the layered thing. But it's our dessert. It's called 4 Shades of Berries.
Well, it's going. We're educated.
So you're on camera, honey.
Oh.
You and Steven could build a little cabin near your house and have a whole food plant-based B&B. And we could all book time at your place and enjoy your food. I know, I offered to my sister I'd make her cram muffins. She never took me up on it. So, oh well. Oh yes, Jean, and bike rides too. Jesse says, hi, Steven.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Jesse. Oh, man. We should have an intentional community where we're all, walking and biking and eating good foods and having potlucks. Because, I want to try your guys' food too. And that says, hello, Steven.
Hello.
Hello, hello. You probably can hear him, you guys. So that's it for today. Yes, an intentional community. We looked into that once, but there were so many rules. We thought, I don't know if we're good with all these rules. And I can understand why you need to have them, when you've got a whole bunch of people together. So we kind of cooled off on that idea because Bellingham has an intentional community. Toothpicks, yay! We couldn't find our toothpicks and all this moving around we're doing, and I really need them when I'm cleaning different things, like the creamy. The creamy, the part that goes down into the fruit, the frozen fruit. It gets kind of gummed up, and I need a toothpick. I enjoy hanging out with you guys too, Joyce J. Yes, Jesse, rules are hard. Okay. Well, tomorrow I hope to be back to make soup because tomorrow's Wednesday. Thursday I'm riding, but tomorrow I should be able to get on. So hopefully some of you will be around and you can join me. Until then, have a good night, everybody. And I'll enjoy my 4 shades of berries. Bye-bye.